Actually, this is for both a 24 and 48 volt system to change or step the power down to 12 volts. So I went ahead and got this little switch that should actually light up when the power is on. I'm going to try and get the 12 volt LED to show up first. Okay, so this right here is my regulated power supply. It mainly just lets me set how much power I want to supply. Right now it's supplying 5 volts. So I'm going to change this up to 12 volts. Alright, and now I got to connect the wires. I connected the wires to this switch. Mainly I'm just doing the black and the red wires. So let's go ahead and turn on our 12 volt power supply. Okay, there we go. Now, clicking this on and off does nothing, and that's because we're connected directly to the LED and we're always supplying power. We didn't wire up the switch or anything special. Next, I'm gonna hook up the buck converter. So what I need to do is I need to pull these out. Then I'm gonna change my power supply, and I don't need the current to be changed. I need this to be 24. It'll work from 24 to 48 volts. I think it'll do 36 as well. I think it's just a big range. All right, we are in the home stretch now. So basically what's happening is the red wire is my 24 volt positive coming in. And what I did was I set it up to come to this switch part, not the light. So so it's coming in, and that's the blue wire. And I think that's the normally closed. I should have probably done the white one, but anyway, what that's going to do is it's going to come out once I switch it. So 24 volts is going to come over to here to this little lock nut, which I like these things because I can just connect and disconnect wires very easily. But the power is going to come in at 24 volts to this guy. Now this guy is going to supply 12 volts. It's going to step it down, and the yellow wire, that's the 12 volt positive. So here's the little yellow wire I connected to the tiny red wire, which I was connecting before to the LED. So as soon as I power this on, as soon as I click or unclick, that's going to change the LED because it's 12 volts. And then is it the black wire? Yeah, the black wire goes all the way back on the negative there. So you can see there's two different positive and negative. So the red is the positive 24 volts. The yellow is the positive 12 volts. All right, so actually let's see what's going on here. Let's see if we did this right or if there will be sparks. All right, we've got power. Let's turn this on. Nothing. So apparently I did something wrong. All right, back to the drawing board. I gotta look and see what I did. All right, so I swapped the positive between the brown and the blue wire. So I doubt it's gonna do something, but we'll find out. And what we're looking for is that wire to show up. That's not doing it. Okay, I got another idea. I am such an idiot. So I'm taking this apart and rewiring it to go directly to the buck converter instead of going through the switch, because I figured let's at least make sure the LED is able to turn on by itself. And I started to grab for the negative power. I can't find it, and I'm like, it's not here. Man, no wonder it wasn't turning on. The LED should come on whether or not that switch is on. So let's go ahead, power it up. Yes, look at that, we got it. Okay, So let's see if there's a fire that emanates. Oh, oh. Yes. Wait. Okay. It was. I still had it down. So right now the power's out. Right. So let's turn off the light. So if I turn this on, turn it off. Look at that. Okay. That's good. That's exactly what I want. I just noticed this one's specifically for 48 volts and higher. So I actually have to, let's unplug these and let's bring this up and bring our voltage up. Oh. Well, I cannot continue with this little experiment. Okay, so we're out by the car right now. So that's a CitiCar for anybody who's not aware. And there's my motor. So basically I wired everything up. This converter is a little bit special. It's actually meant for vehicles. And I'll show you that in a bit of why. It's got this special 5th wire. The 5th wire, and this is all wired up the same as with buck converter connecting to the lights. The 5th wire in this sense is the key switch. So when I turn on my key, it's gonna say, hey, there's a contact between this wire and that wire. This is one of those RTFM moments. So I did get the user's manual here. The more I look at this, the more I look at this, I think I have, my understanding is incorrect, because the load is the LED and the key switch does the same thing, it powers the LED. Oh boy. Alright, I think I understand what's going on. Alright, so I forgot I actually had to wire up all the batteries, because I did take everything up. I removed all the connectors when I took that motor out, just for my own safety. Let's just put this down in here. And we'll hook this up. Get it? Oh man, these are tight. They're hard to handle. There we go. Okay, and then we have this guy. And this is the one I'm afraid is gonna make a spark. There we go, there we go. Let's go ahead and press this. Nothing. Maybe I have the wrong things hooked up. I'm just trying to figure out what I'm doing wrong here. The key switch, seems like the key switch needs to be hooked up to 12 volt positive. I feel like that's what I'm doing. Key switch, like even when I go to, maybe it's the LED that's not wired up right. Okay, when things don't work, you gotta go to the simplest thing that will work, I guess. Just keep going backwards. What am I doing here? I'm no longer getting a shock emanating when I hook this up, which has me concerned, because originally I did. So let's do this. See, there's no shock. So that means either something's burned out in there, or maybe something has charged up enough, or maybe I broke something, you know, yeah. So the big question is, this is our key switch. It seems like we have to either have it on positive or negative of the 12 volts. So I'm gonna do and that LED is wired up just for the LED. So touching negative does nothing. What about positive? Come on. And touching positive does nothing. Where does it go to positive? They don't really make this clear. I mean, they probably do. I just don't know what I'm looking at. What does it say? Connect the thin black wire to the main negative of your battery pack. That's what I did. Connect the thick red wire Which one's thick? They're both the same size. Connect key switch. Connect thin red wire to key switch terminal. Where's the thin red wire with the thick red wire? Or black wire? Wait, with thick red wire. Where's thin red wire with the thick red wire? Okay. Alright. So maybe that's the whole issue. Because this is the thick red wire, right? Look at that! Look at that! We got it! Alright. Alright, this means something. So I have the two red wires connected only when the switch is depressed. So let's see. Yes, look at that. And it went out. Look at that. We did it. We did it. Look at that.